Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Looks, where we are going to go value hunting. I love doing this stuff. I love just like reacting to news before the games, and I feel like this is the best time to bet. You know, so love doing this stuff. Excited to get started, and of course, we got Bubs here. Bubs, how we doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. Actually, it was going better, and I kind of tinkered with it, but I literally like slit my finger the fuck open. Um, I had like a thing of ground beef, and my knife must have not have been the sharpest tool in the kit, obviously, and it didn't exactly cut right through it and slipped, and I didn't have any band-aids at the crib, so I was like holding the paper towel for like an hour, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing, dude? Go get a fucking band-aid. And then
Keep
I went to
it.
I go get band-aids, and I get ones that are little like finger braces instead of just like normal band-aids. So don't know how typing is gonna go right now, but yeah, just normal clumsy shit.
Super glue it shut.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is there any interesting like Sixers that got ruled out that you noticed?
No, I think last I saw on the Sixers, I think Yabusele got ruled in.
Okay.
They're tricky because they got like a lot of guys that are like on expiring contracts or like expiring games left on their contracts to where like guys are getting ruled in and out like the last second.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's super weird with them. Bubs, actually, I agree with this. Why is Brook Lopez so low? I played him last game, and he's kind of been crushing. Now he gets Philly, who just allow a ton of shit in the restricted area, a ton of catch and shoot stuff. It kind of seems like a pretty ideal spot. I mean, 13 and a half. I don't know, Bubs. What are you thinking about that?
I mean, the only thing I can guess is maybe the blowout factors baked into the line, but 13 and a half is definitely low. Stim just texted me because he's watching. So I hear you guys talking about the Sixers. He says he loves Ryan Rollin threes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I think I saw JJ played Rollins threes too. I mean, the Sixers are like a very, like, there's a type of person, like, if you're a paint dominant and catch and shoot, like,
Right.
kind of like, they're kind of like a role player dream matchup,
Mm-hmm.
is what I realized. They limit the pull ups. They play the pick and roll tough, but the Bucks don't really have any pick and roll guys unless you want to say Giannis, I guess. But
Their
um,
offense is completely changed now. Obviously, I mean, Giannis is going to see 2, 3 guys, I imagine, on every touch. So
yeah,
any catch and shoot, Brooke, Gary, Rollins.
yeah. Brook at 13 and a half sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I might look into that a little bit more.
That is nuts.
Okay. Um, so with Giannis, without Dame, without Portis, been pretty good. I bet on him against the Suns, and he shot very efficiently. And Bubs, I don't know. Every time I watch the Bucks, I just think that they suck, man. I don't think they're very good. And I know the Sixers are like intentionally trying to lose, but it wouldn't shock me in Philly if this game is, Giannis is playing until 2 minutes left in the fourth or something.
Yeah. Here's my theory with teams like the Sixers right now is the guys that are playing out there right now, like most of them are playing for something to prove. So like guys that are either trying to, I don't know, maybe make a statement for next year, they're trying to get signs to somewhere in the off season. Like they're gonna play 100% regardless, even if they might not be the most skilled guys. To where any of these other teams that are kind of not tanking can take a night off and just kind of underestimate some guys. So like I'm the same way. I don't think even with Dame, I'm not a big Bucks guy, but even watching the Bucks versus the Suns the other night, it's pretty much if you take away Giannis, or the other guy's going to make shots.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think I might give this Brook one a official play. I'm not gonna lie to you because I kind of, I mean, I was like intrigued at 15 and a half, which sounds crazy, but I mean, yeah, Brooks spot up pick and roll man. I mean, they just keep on trending worse with pick and roll man. I don't know what you endorse this, or what are you thinking with
I
Brook?
think he could get that in a half. Like that's the thing. And he's not gun shy either, so it's not like you have to worry about volume. If the Sixers keep it even relatively close, I think he can soar over that.
Yeah, I guess the one thing I'm concerned is just because I don't think Giannis is. I mean, look, they'll have the most points in the restricted area, but I think that's more so like good for Brook. And then, how confident are you that Giannis is gonna see a tough scheme?
Pretty confident. I mean, it's just like these tanking teams. I can't remember this year, like especially these tanking teams that have nothing to play for, but are like so hell bent on like not letting ones beat them. Like especially with like Jordy Fernandez and the Nets too. He's like the same way. But it feels just like everything, like you said, with the Sixers is all role player guys.
Yeah,
And I think it was when the Wizards played the Sixers, like I think Sarr hit like 5 threes in the first quarter because Yabusele just sits in that drop coverage, and Brooks is the same way.
Okay, you sold me. Sold me. I'm playing it. Let's see.
I also hear about the Sixers every day, not by choice. So
by force.
yeah.
Okay, let me pick. I guess best prices builder. Cool. Gonna let that rip. Bubs. Let's see. So this is when having a co-host is clutch for this show because whenever I give out a play, especially like when I'm doing this shit by myself, I just don't talk for like 2 minutes and I'm like, holy shit, like what am I doing? But
I'm ADHD, so I get it.
Let's see. I guess we got some questions. Let's see. Liam said perfect timing. What's up, J-Main? How we doing? Rudy Gobert over at 11.5 points. What are your thoughts on Rudy?
I always like taking the catch and shoot guys versus Brooklyn. So like your Dantes, your Alexander Walker, even Naz Reid. I think Rudy, because it's when you get these like teams that trap ball screens heavily, a lot of times the roll man is going to have to make the quick pass out of the roll, opposed to getting a wide open layup. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. So I mean,
it kind of benefits more spot up guys.
Yeah, it's like because like the Nets, if you look at their season long roll man stats, I will say they've been getting crushed in the paint, but I think that might be like a attacking closeout thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like a center's assist against the Nets have always been interesting, right? If you're going to be the roll man and then they're going to overcommit to the roll man and leave a spot up guy wide open.
Yeah, the short roll is a pretty easy read for those guys, especially when you're 7'2".
Yeah. Well, you're talking about easy read, Rudy.
Oh yeah, well, for most guys.
Yeah. No, I actually agree. And Rudy's improved as a passer a little bit. I mean, I don't think that books really offer Rudy assists. Yeah, but Rudy over 1.5 assists, you could maybe sell me on that. Except for I will say, I think that the only con there is like the Nets since they blitz everything, like they'll blitz like DHOs and stuff too. So
yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Okay, cool. Like I said, Bubs, I'm actually insanely slow with this shit. But just
no, you're good.
Play. See, are you looking at the comments? Did anyone? Is there like any other stuff that you see in the comments that people ask?
Let's see. This guy said I look like Tristan Vucevic.
He's a bucket, dude.
He is. This guy said under 10.5 RA for Bub. I'm assuming he's talking about Bub Carrington. Who they play, the Magic?
Oh yeah. Is Jordan Poole out?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, we should have been looking at. Okay, let's quick rundown. Let's do a breakdown of this game. So, Colby Jones will probably play a ton, and he's at 7.5.
Is he playing? Because I know he got ruled out last game.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has lines up, so I mean, shit. If he doesn't play, he was in the G League, so
right.
Like if he doesn't play, he doesn't play, right? I mean,
yeah.
Who are they starting? They are starting. See, Smart. Oh, Marcus Smart, Carrington. Smart won't play that much, I don't think. AJ Johnson, Champagny, Sarr. So yeah, Magic are gonna switch pretty much everything. If you have any sort of high usage, and I don't know if that's Colby. I actually don't know if that's Colby at all, but 7.5 seems pretty short.
Every time I watch the Wizards now, like I turn on the game, so I don't willingly watch the Wizards. But if I'm betting against them, Johnson, literally every time I turn the game on, he's got the ball in his hands. So I feel like anything with him would be go.
Yeah. Yeah. AJ Johnson, yeah. I bet on Bub last game, and yeah, AJ Johnson was kind of grinding my gears a little bit with his usage.
His usage is ridiculous right now.
Yeah. But these Wizards actually are super short, kind of. No Poole, no Koulibaly, no Chris, no Kisport, no Keyshawn, no Holmes. So it's going to be like.
Yeah, I like Colby and AJ.
Yeah. So, yeah, for sure. I think both those guys are interesting. I don't know if I'm going to run anything, but yeah. Do you like any Magic stuff? Is anything interesting to you? Or
this morning I was kind of looking at Wendell Carter. It's just so hard because with that team, Franz and Paolo are just so ball dominant. I don't even know what his line's at now, but I saw something like 8.5, 9.5 this morning. I was like, that's 5 putbacks if you have working thumbs.
Yeah, is Goga? I could see a decent Goga game. Let's see. What percent of his points are putbacks? It's got to be pretty high, dude. I bet on Jonas Valanciunas last game against the Wizards. Guess what his line?
First half.
Yeah, his line was 10.5 PRA and 3.5 rebounds. I'm actually so mad. I put a unit on each, but I should
have a sick ladder parlay.
Yeah, I did ladder and it didn't hit because he only got 6 rebounds. I had 10 and 7 at 365, and he got like 14 and 6 or something. I was like,
bro, if Mo Wagner was playing, this would be the perfect game for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, Goga, 23% of his points are putbacks. He'll be going up against Vukovic. Yeah, I don't know. The Magic are just such a boring team that I really just don't pay attention to them.
So boring. I said it last year too. I was like, can we please not have these guys in the playoffs? And of course.
I know you're on at Justin Edwards, but do you guys like Grimes' points tonight? I do. I kind of like his assists, to be honest. 4.5.
Justin Edwards is a good look. Lonnie Walker too.
Yep. Just Ricky, like anyone who can. Ricky Council, I don't like. I think he scores. He's too reliant at scoring in the paint.
Yeah.
If you can shoot against the Bucks, you're probably a pretty good look. So yeah, Grimes makes a fair bit of sense. I do like his assists. So I remember I've been seeing Brooke kind of try to creep up to the level more often recently, and like they'll still like give up pull-ups and stuff. But when Brooke creeps up to the level, like the rotations behind him are like so terrible, and it just leads to like open catch shoot stuff all game.
Yeah.
And I think Grimes would be the one generating those open looks.
There was something that came out a couple days ago during the broadcast. The nurse was talking to Grimes about wanting to play make more, like work on his playmaking, get that off. So,
yeah, I mean, let's see, 12 potential assists last game against the Knicks, 12 against the Wizards. Just didn't hit, only 2 there, but yeah, he's been constantly hanging around it. I think Grimes has a pretty good look here at 4.5 assists.
Yeah.
Bub under rebounds and assists. Colby's in and Smart's. Yeah, Marcus Smart's not really a point guard though. But it is against the Magic, and yeah, Colby Jones being in actually does matter for sure. We could do like with Colby Jones. We're really digging into the woods here.
This is the time of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I think Poole played in these games too, but yeah, I mean, he's like capping out at like 31 minutes and stuff. So I mean, I played Bubs over because Colby was out last time, so it's like, yeah, no, I think it's actually pretty interesting. Looks like it's at 9.5 everywhere, but yeah, Magic is a pretty like brutal matchup. So, yeah, Brooke Lopez, it does feel like a trap. I mean, the thing is, I mean, someone clearly liked the under, right? I mean, that's how lines get moved down. It's like when someone sharp with influence like plays an under, right? Bob said, do you know who moves the market?
Who?
Like, yeah, like what group?
I know for like it's different, right? Because like you have your straights, and then you like have your ladder plays. Obviously, both are going to adjust, but I know there's like a select few discords that can instantly move a line just by sending out a play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they definitely can. One of my buddies said that, have you ever heard of established run before? I
Yeah,
know they're NFL, but yeah, apparently they do NBA projections. Apparently they're insanely sharp, and one of my buddies says that they're the ones who mainly move the lines.
really?
Yeah, which I did not know, but it's
Yeah.
interesting. So I'm assuming that they moved that Brook one, and I don't care. Sometimes I trust myself over projections.
I try and stay off Twitter as much as possible during the day for that exact reasons.
Yeah. Oh, do you like kind of, are you the same where you see someone playing and you're like, like fuck, I know the line's gonna move, or you see a line, you like the line, and then you saw someone play it, and then you're like, well, now it's moved, and now I'm just not gonna play it, even though I still like the number.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Especially this time of year too, because it's like I will literally like I have one play out right now, and that's how it's been like the last couple of days too. I will literally wait all day for one random role player to come out, and if I don't like the line, or let's say if it came out like 10 minutes ago, and I see it on Twitter and it's moved, and I still like the line, I literally just won't play it.
Yeah, it's like a mental block thing. It's like, well, I missed out on the line. Like,
Yeah,
fuck me, I guess. Like,
and then I text in the group chat because I've just been texting all day. I was like, dude, I need this line. I need this line. And then they'll be going off in like the second quarter. I was like, I should have took it.
yeah, no, that's the worst. Okay, hold up. Okay, sorry. I realized I didn't have my microphone on the whole time. Sorry, my dog is like clawing at the door. He's trying to go to his little spot in the closet. Okay.
What kind of dog you have?
I got a Springer Spaniel.
How old is he?
He's like 2. So
he's still
a pup. Yeah, he's big though. He's big. He just be acting like a little baby sometimes, or sometimes like all the time.
Yeah.
Zach Edey double. Let's see. I peeped that he played huge minutes last game, and I don't know why. I'm sure he was like the main reason why Steph Curry got like 50 points.
Oh yeah.
But okay.
He'll probably play a lot of minutes again tonight, just because the Heat's front court.
Yeah, that's true. What about do you think that's a tough matchup for him to score though, or to rebound, just having to deal with a lot of size, or what do you think?
It is, and then he's like just one of those centers that just can't keep their hands to themselves.
Oh yeah.
And obviously they're going to prioritize keeping Jaren in the game over Zach. So I mean, plus 195 for a dude that big who's probably going to play a lot of minutes. It's just one of those things. Does the line outweigh the matchup? I have a Grizzlies player prop that it's my only play today.
Okay. You gonna share?
Yeah, I am.
Actually.
It's funny because the first time I was on here, I took him. He had a higher line, but I took Kennard again.
Oh, 6.5?
It opened at 5.5.
Oh.
I took his 10 and 15. I think when I sigled it, it was plus 320 and plus 1,400 for 15. Grizzlies ran like an 8-man rotation last game, and he still played like 20-something minutes, I want to say. And he barely did anything. But Miami ranks bottom half in spot-up points allowed, bottom 10 and above the break threes. For his bottom half spot-up defenses with 20-plus minutes, he's averaging 12.1 points per game this season. And bottom 10 above the break defenses with 20-plus minutes, he is 13.8 points per game this season.
Yeah. I like this a ton, man. I like his threes too. And the thing is, Miami too. Miami's the type of team, if they go up against anyone with gravity on offense, they always overhelp like a motherfucker.
I always mention in my write-ups too, because like when you bet on these guys, you're solely depending on other guys to feed them shots.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a SPO scheme defense and also like throwing a bit of zone in there, this is like Luke Kennard heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like you're just buying low, right? I mean, like I don't know how he's not getting shots up. Boston makes sense for him not getting shots up with how they defend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just buying low. You're buying low against like teams, and now you're gonna go up against a team that's gonna be leaky against catch and shoot stuff because of Spo schemes and how he likes to overhelp and shut down.
I literally said just give me 7 to 8 shots and 7 to 8 shots, and I'll live with the results regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. I mean, dude, give you 6 shots, dude. I mean, that's like that's his line. And yeah, look, man, I'm looking at his 1.5 threes too, because honestly, like 5.5, I think that's like gravy. Because I mean, if he hits 2 threes, like and does nothing else, would you be surprised really?
No.
But 1.5 this plus 154 is kind of calling my name.
It's when I first, because I always check, obviously the shooters versus Miami, and I saw his line open up like that. I had to check to see if like he was just out of the rotation.
Yeah, no, just a couple quiet games. Like that happens when you're a spot up guy, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That's a great look. Honestly, like I didn't even think about Kennard, but that's like a line that I'd see and be like 6.5. You know,
it makes you like overthink.
Yeah,
like the Brook Lopez one. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, you just gotta let those rip. Okay, let's see. We got some questions. Let's see. Let's go over Minnesota Brooklyn stuff. Just here. Let's see. Do we have any new starting lineups or new news? Dead, Walter, Barrett, Barnes, Robinson. That's another team I don't really like to bet on. Banton, Sharp, Kamara, Abdia, Klingon, Russell, Keon Johnson, Lewis, Watford, Claxton. My gosh, dude! If we fucking lose, if the Wolves lose this game, let's see. For this game, I'm on Naz Reid over 11.5 points. Looks like it got bumped up to 12.5, but I think Naz Reid's in a great spot with because all Naz is doing is catching and shooting, which is going to be there against Brooklyn. Or he's, taking those and taking it to the cup. And Brooklyn's been pretty leaky from less than 10 feet recently as well. I think, third highest frequency. That 11.5 line was kind of crazy low. I think that, Dante and Naz are in really good spots. Just, minute-wise, because that double overtime game, I'm sure the other guys are still feeling that a little bit.
Yeah. Like Conley played like 36 minutes or something.
Yeah. Like Mike Conley, honestly, should not play more than like 23 minutes tonight. His old ass. I'm surprised he's even playing, to be honest. But Bubs, look at this bet that I was a little bit interested in. So I think that Dante DiVincenzo's assists are pretty interesting, especially with the plus money price. And so obviously Ant's going to get blitzed. So when he shares the court with Ant, even they kind of blitz like everyone. So it's like the ball's just going to probably wind up in his hands a little bit more. But 51% of his assists go to the restricted area where the Nets, and that's like a ridiculously high number, by the way. 51% of your assists. Nets are allowing the 5th most points per game there. And also another sneaky thing is that Dante gets a ton of like off-ball screens, like handoffs ran for him, where they will like make him pass out of those too, obviously. So yeah, I kind of think DDV is a little interesting, and then combine that with like the Mike Conley maybe not playing all that much. I think you could make a decent case for him. But what do you think about DDV here?
He's like one of the first guys I looked at. I know Flo took his PA. That's probably what I would have leaned, just because obviously the scheme itself when he's on the floor with Ant, he'll be the one that'll benefit from those traps. But like off the court minutes, if they have him run that second unit, there's upside with his assist as well. I know it happened versus Utah because I took his points in Utah and he had like 4 assists in the first quarter.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I think Dante stuff makes sense. I mean, you could make a case for his points too, I think, or even just like PRA, because I mean, outside of this ejection game, right? He's been playing pretty damn good ball as of recent, and of course, some of those games, he was starting back then, but even like he hasn't been starting like this whole time, right?
You just gotta, if they're gonna see starter minutes, it's really all that matters.
Yeah. Rui 2+3s at plus money. What are you thinking there?
See, I've been debating on Gabe Vincent all day. It's either a gem or complete trash. Like there's no in between. I think he's like similarly priced, or maybe it's kind of juiced now. But Rui's like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't watched much Lakers ball with them all healthy recently. I kind of lean Gabe, but Rui like 2+3s. That's pretty much all he does now.
Yeah. He's gonna get some generated. Warriors are pretty soft against spot up looks for sure, and that's gonna continue when you're going up against LeBron, Reeves, and Doncic. So looks should definitely be there. I like it. Rui over 10.5 points. Looks like I probably should have played it given the CLV. That was one of my first looks of the day. I agree with you a ton on Vincent. I actually think that Jackson Hayes unders are a good look. Like, I just don't think he's gonna play. Like, why would you play Jackson Hayes in this matchup? Like, you don't need to. You might as well play DFS, or Gabe Vincent's your best option to run around and chase around on Steph Curry. I think he'll be.
Yeah. Because Curry will, if Hayes is on the floor with Curry, Draymond and Steph will hunt him every time down the floor.
Yep.
And then, like, I was thinking Gabe just minutes wise, just because he's really the only one that can run around and not have to worry about exhausting himself on the offensive end. I mean, DFS could, but like he's not quick enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No. What would you project Gabe here for minutes? I think maybe this could be like a 24-minute spot or something.
I was gonna say like 22 plus, probably the floor.
Yeah. So games with we could do. I want to say 24. I think that this is dude. He makes so much sense to guard Curry, like genuinely. But he won't start, and then we'll probably be pretty close to. Let's do 22 to be safe, I guess. So per 22 minutes, divided by 20.1 times 10.1. You get him at like 11, but I think it's a plus matchup too, or it definitely is a plus matchup for him to score the ball. So I like the threes look as well.
Did Houston trap last game or something?
They play a ton of zone now because they play Steven Adams and Sengun together.
Yeah.
So that's like a little sneaky edge. Houston, if you're going to be in that Sengun Steven overlap, because they go from like allowing no catch and shoots to a ton.
That's what I peeped recently, but I didn't watch the game, so that's why I was curious.
Yeah, or DFS was also playing at the 5. I know he hit a ton of threes, and like Sengun just couldn't get out to him. So LeBron double versus the Warriors. Yeah, I agree. I mean, LeBron's going to be up for this game. LeBron stuff makes sense, right? This game's going to be close. Every Lakers-Warriors game always comes down to the wire. Like, it's like literally like clockwork for the last like 3 years. But Pell Larson, let's see, do they play soon? Memphis. Yeah. Pell makes sense, I think, against Memphis. He's just like a catch and shoot transition guy.
Yeah, I think Stem's on Pell. Stem's been taking Pell.
I mean, this is like an absolute perfect matchup for Pell, genuinely. Like if you're a catching, because Memphis has been really clogging up the paint, but they are bad in transition.
What Memphis, they do? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Memphis Jaren helps off so aggressively, and they just and Edie can't move. It's like one of those guys. Those guys just like are like literally just sitting in the paint and stuff. Like, so if Jaren's gonna be guarding Bam, I think his threes make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I took Drew Holiday like 2-3 games ago, just because whoever Jaren guards, since he's the roamer, is gonna see like a shit ton of looks. So it's gonna come down to who he's guarding. I wasn't happy at first because the Celtics randomly decided to start Xavier Tillman, which kind of like ruined my bet in the first quarter. And then once Missoula figured out he couldn't play, Jaren went back to Drew and he saw like 7 open looks. So whoever Jaren is guarding is a solid look.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that will be Bam, right?
Yeah.
You want to have Edie on the person who like can't shoot. I mean, Khalil, I guess, can shoot, but he just hangs out by the rim. So I mean, Khalil to hit a 3 makes sense, I think. He's definitely going to get guarded by Edie, pick and pop a couple times. Except I don't think he even – okay, I guess he does. But Khalil makes sense to hit a 3. I don't like the price personally, but I think it's going to happen. Or I think he's going to shoot a couple at least.
Yeah, he will.
Davion, PA. Could you see Davion maybe getting roamed off of at any point? Is he starting?
I think he's definitely a guy they wouldn't respect. I mean, they didn't respect – I mean, it's a different personnel because Celtics have better shooters, but Drew isn't a bad shooter by any means, and they still just chose to let him shoot.
Yeah, Davion, 34 minutes. His minutes have been ridiculous. He's played like 30 plus.
They'll use him to guard Ja too.
Oh yeah, for
or
sure.
Does.
Let's see with Hero. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is probably a really good look, honestly. 14 out of 18 with 30 plus minutes with Hero. Yeah, definitely be needed to guard either Ja or Bane. So no reason for his minutes to go down unless he gets into foul trouble. 40% of his points are above the break threes, where Memphis allows the second most. Spot up transition. Davion probably makes a ton of sense, honestly.
I like that look a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Someone said Grimes already got 3 dimes.
Oh, shit. Justin Edwards, anything? Actually, no, don't even spoil it. Bubs, you know what I do? I go after stream. I wind back on League Pass and walk my dog, and it's fun because I could just skip through everything. It's like for low attention span shit.
My League Pass is behind, and I have to turn notifications off because the Discord chat is always ahead, and they at me every time something hits.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there like all pissed off, and then I'm getting added that my bet won, and I don't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's a good reminder to turn my do not disturb on too, because the Discord just spoils everything. Or they like I see or hear someone like if I hear someone saying like, "Bruh, come on, like pool or something," it's like
it's good.
You just know like a ton of bricks. Yeah, Spell Larson stuff makes a ton of sense. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to make anything official. I really like that Luke Kennard look though. I really do like that Luke Kennard look. I think him to hit a threes ladder. I think like 3 threes. You know, you could put something in there. What I might make a little. Let's make an SGP for this game real quick. Sorry, guys. I know this is kind of off-brand for the late looks, but I actually think that there's some value on this Miami game because there's probably going to be just like a ton of threes.
That's the thing. Like when you're with these guys, you just have to hope that the main court doesn't turn into a black hole and they just make the right play. That's like 75% of the battle right there. And then if they get the looks, it's.
Oh, actually, I'm about to make this an official play. I had this in the bet slip. And then I pussied out of it at minus 142. I'm gonna play Tyler Hero over 5.5 assists. I think this is a great assist spot for him, with all the catch and shoot looks that they are allowing. Because I think, let's see,
I agree.
And 5.5 is pretty damn low for Tyler. He's been kind of cooking this line. No Wiggins to fuck up the usage or anything.
Mm-hmm.
See, like without Wiggins, and Terry Rozier's out too. Just another someone who could fuck up the. Yeah, I mean, look at his Bubs. It's kind of cherry picking, I guess, a little bit, but 14 out of the last 17 he's over in. Yeah. Let's go, Tyler. Should be a close game.
Yeah, whenever I can't choose between, because I looked at pretty much all the Heats, catch and shoot guys, Pell, Burks, Duncan. Normally you just go with the guards assists.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, Tyler Hero over 5.5 assists. Official look or official play for me. Bubs, let's see. Do we have any questions here? Sorry, we're kind of going. Okay, Anthony's out. Yep. Jaren PRA. I'd probably stay away from Jaren, right? I mean, he's gonna get guarded by Bam Adebayo. That's definitely plus Spo gimmicks with good players. I don't know. I think that I'd probably stay away from Jaren stuff. What are you thinking though, Bubs?
Jaren, I mean, I have never had any luck with Jaren Jackson. I can take him 4 games in a row. He'll either get hurt or get in foul trouble. And then the one game I don't take him, he goes off. But it's definitely not a spot I would take him in just because scheme-wise and any high-usage big, you might as well already put one personal foul on his box score, and the game hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like he's been a little bit better though at the foul trouble stuff. That's what
he has been a lot better this year, I will say.
Jaren's a legit really good player now, honestly.
He is. He went. We graduated high school the same year, and there was 2 camps. I played against him at, because he was Park Tudor, I believe. And even back then, like, he couldn't really shoot or handle a lot, and now, like, that's all he does. It's insane how much he's developed.
You played against him?
Dude, I played AAU with Desmond Bain for an Indiana Elite. Yeah, I've played against a lot of guys because I played in college. I played at a small D2 school. Okay. But like a lot of these guys that are playing now or like early on in their careers, I either played with or against.
Damn, bub. So you were tough. D2 is hella impressive. Like D2, like casuals will be like, oh, like even D3, honestly. Like playing in college is super impressive, but D2 is like a super, super high level.
I always tell people the difference between D2 and like a low major, mid major Division I is the size of the bigs. Like the guard play across the board is so elite, it's ridiculous.
How tall are you? Are you a guard or what? Or were you guard?
I was like 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. I played combo guard really. I had 1 year I'd run point, next I'd be at the 2.
Damn, dude, that's fucking sick.
My brother just finished up. He was at App State for 3 years, and then he just finished up at Maine his last year, but he's like 6'8". So
damn. Is he a guard or is he playing forward?
He's like a 3, like a wing, but shoot the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
He'll probably go play overseas or something.
To look at this comment. Damn, that's crazy. Bro's talking like a Twitter write-up. Okay, we're super. There's still a lot. You guys are bringing the heat with the comments. Sorry, I guess we can't keep up. Is Nas at 1.5 threes? I didn't even check that. I guess I just went straight to his points. I mean, dude, if you have like Bovada, it's probably a pretty good bet. It's actually definitely a really good bet. Nas is definitely hitting too. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna quick take a little break. If you guys probably noticed this. First of all, I want to say if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to drop a like and sub to the channel if you're new. But yeah, you guys can probably see, in the top right corner, we got like a little FanDuel thing. And, I'm proud to represent FanDuel. I care about my betting accounts. I think that, I personally want to be able to, bet $100 at least for like a long time. I don't want to get limited and stuff. And FanDuel is the best book by far in terms of limits. If you guys didn't know that already, I'm sure a lot of you guys do. But yeah, so you can feel safe betting lines in the morning. If you get CLV on FanDuel, you're not going to get like booted off the app right away and stuff. So yeah, in my opinion, guys, FanDuel, absolute gold standard in terms of books. And I do have a sign-up link in the description. If you guys don't have an account, make sure to do that. And if you sign up, use the sign-up link in the description or in my X bio. You can bet $5, get $200 worth of bonus bets if your bet wins. So yeah, guys, make sure to check out FanDuel. I mean, honestly, if you don't have FanDuel, like it truly is like the best sports book in my opinion. I mean, what do you think, Bubs? Is FanDuel
for that and like aesthetics, right? It's just like the cleanest, easiest book to use. Like, yeah, that's like the first place I check.
No, for sure. Yeah, FanDuel's the shit. Yeah, make sure to sign up if you haven't already. Honestly, if you haven't already, I don't know what you're doing unless you're just like me and you maybe just moved from like a legal betting state or something. But yeah, make sure you guys sign up for FanDuel and use that link in the bio when you do so. Dante, yeah, no, I really like Dante stuff, man. I really do. I think it's a great look. I talked about the assists. I mean, me and Bubs both talked about like the spot up stuff. Wanted to bet Kamara over 12.5, but without Simons, you don't know. Oh wow, Raptors gave up 50 3-pointers attempted versus the Blazers, and Kamara had 16 field goal attempts. Ooh. That's interesting. Bubs, do you keep up with the Raptors really and like what they're doing on defense?
A little bit, only because I only know a little bit because I was kind of looking at my Bulls played them last game. I was looking at Kobe White stuff. I know they go under a lot of ball screens, so I don't know how it'll be if you'll see like 23s from Sharp and Denny or even Banton. Banton's a Chuck.
Yeah, he's a Chuck.
But they're also like a heavy collapse defense too.
Okay.
So like that, okay. That's probably why Kamara saw that as well.
Yeah, I mean, 16 field goal attempts for Kamara is crazy. So yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. Yeah, guys, I guess we forgot about the 365 lay. Okay, Bubs, how are we? We got to put Luke in there, right? Luke to hit 3 or what?
Yeah, give him 3.
3. Okay. Let's see. What is that? Plus 475. Oh crap. Ivan's betting. Guys, don't send me an email. Okay. I don't check it. I just use it for betting, obviously. Okay. I don't know why I got unsigned out. Oh, it's probably because I signed in on my phone. Okay. Luke Kennard. Oh, confirming location. Here we go again, dude. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay, so Luke Kennard, 3 threes. Hero assists. You like that?
Yeah. What's 7?
Plus 155. I like that. Already up to plus 1200. Who's stroking it for the Heat? Could Coel hit 2 or not?
It's either Burks or Mitchell.
Burks or Mitchell, you think? What about Bam? Do you think Bam? I don't know what, because I know Bam's actually been making threes too.
He'll shoot them.
Yeah.
I guess that's really all that matters is he'll shoot them.
Do you have any fear about Burks being back or Burks minutes like being complete shit with Duncan back? Because I know Duncan's kind of been sitting for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up and down. I could see Duncan snagging his minutes back now that you say it.
Yeah. What about Bam 2 plus slow-mo? Is slow-mo getting in that?
Oh.
You could sell me on literally every single one of these guys, dude. Like genuinely.
Yeah.
Like Pell. I don't know. Look, I think that Jaren's definitely. Would you say Jaren definitely guards Bam or not?
I think
because you want him on him for one-on-one defense too. When when that happens.
I think Edie will guard Ware just to keep him by the rim, and Jaren guards Bam.
Dude, Bam has been stroking that thing. Look at that, 2 in a row.
How is he attempting? I can't even see.
Let's see. It's 3, 5, 2, and 5. So nothing crazy. I mean, like that's why the line's like where it is, right?
Right.
I don't know. I could see this being like a 4 or 5 attempt game though from Bam.
Yeah, because they're not gonna guard him out there.
No, they're not. Okay. Let's okay, and I don't think I can actually bet it here. I think I have to sign into my app. Let's see. A little $20. Let's do it. Let's let it rip. Okay, sweet. I like this. I think this is pretty good stuff. You could spend $20 on worse.
Oh, I bet on Malik Monk yesterday, so I had more and bet on worse. So.
Yeah, I can't believe the Kings lost, man. That's crazy.
I can't. I watched those two play together for years.
Yeah, the DeRozan and Levine.
I can't believe they thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, Kings just who's the Kings GM? Whoever it is, they need to get fired, bro. Like enough of this. They had one good year and then they just did absolutely nothing to build off of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of comments about certain teams just because they're frustrating to bet on, but that's just for another day.
Yeah. Denny under 26.5. I'm not gonna lie, that does seem
his line's 26.5.
Yeah. Looks like it sharpened out a little bit. Now it's 24.5. But
I'm gonna say I don't even bet unders, and I would take that.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. So I mean, he's been hooping, but yeah, it looks like they caught on to that too. Ja rebounds and assists. I think it makes sense too. Yeah, no, I don't know about his rebounds. Let's see. What's probably line. He is playing big minutes. Memphis needs to win games badly. Like these guys are getting pretty desperate, which is kind of crazy where they started off the year. But 14 potential assists. 2 pretty tough assist matchups, especially. I don't know about Golden State, but Boston for sure. What do you think, Bubs? I like the assist angle for sure.
I think this is the best matchup he's seen in some games.
Yeah. and he's playing good minutes. Obviously his season average on minutes is probably going to be low because he's left every other game with injury, or Taylor Jenkins was limiting him to like 24 for half the year. But yeah, no. And then I like that you added rebounds in because look, assists are 7.5, and obviously price matters, but 7.5 and then 11.5. So 4 rebounds to return value, and anything more than that is upside. So I think that makes sense. Jaren threes. I wouldn't target Jaren here for threes. I think, like I said, Luke Kennard, Jalen Wells. I don't know. I like those guys a little bit more. Basketball talk led my college in scoring. I don't know who Basketball Talk is. Bubs, do you know who that is?
I have no idea. But congrats on leading your team in scoring, though. I can't say the same.
Oh, J-Main, you hooped in college? That's dope. I had an offer to JUCO.
Really?
And I don't even know, because I was like a fine player in high school, but like I have no clue why the hell they even. I mean, I guess it was like a shitty JUCO. So
JUCO is different. JUCO is a different breed, man. I know some kids who went to JUCO and just for grade reasons, like they were like high major talents. They just didn't have the grades. It's crazy. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Just a grind.
Oh yeah, it's like the facilities and stuff like that. Like I would say probably 90% of JUCOs, like it's basically just like a low-level AAU team, and compared to like college facilities and stipend money and all the gear and stuff you get, like, there's like a few Netflix, like the Last Chance U ones, like you could watch just how those JUCO operate, and those are like, they were like the better ones in the country.
Last Chance U is a great show. Are they still doing series every year with that?
Yeah, I think they're on their second or third basketball one.
Okay. I forget what the last one. The last one I watched, it was like, do you remember like Shadow Mountain? I don't know if you ever like watched him in like Ball His Life. I remember they had like some like Shadow Mountain dude who was like really good, but like was always like doing like dumb shit.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah.
He'd like come off the court and like whip a chair and had like Texas or someone at his game.
Yeah, no, that's like a good show though to do, because all those dudes, JUCO. I mean, that's definitely high level JUCO with like high level talent. Like, I definitely, like, if I played JUCO, I'd be like the worst on the court by far. Like I said, I don't really know why the dude was like asking me, but
a regular JUCO game, the athleticism on the court is like what you would see like the next tournament game you watch, athleticism wise. Wings, 6'10", 7-foot wingspan, jump out of the gym, all of them.
Yeah, just like you said, D1 talents, but just like didn't have like the grades or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is nowadays at the transfer portal too.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything we didn't really go over? Let's see. I guess every game's pretty much starting. Besides, I guess we talked about Lakers stuff. You said you're thinking about Vincent, and I definitely agree on Vincent here.
Yeah, I'm still deciding if I want to pull the trigger or not. I guess it'll just depend on how Kennard goes.
Yeah.
I've been really lately.
Bubs, if this makes you feel better about it, so in games with Doncic, LeBron, and Reeves, he's averaging 5.4 three-pointers attempted, and that's only on 20 minutes. So it's like you bump it up a little bit. You could, and then spot a matchup, you could sell yourself on like a 5 to 6 attempt, like maybe like projection for like 5.5, 6 attempts or something.
Yeah, it's either him or Rui, and it's going to be one of the two. But I've been staring at Gabe Vincent lines all day, as gross as that is to say.
You'd like this hit rate to be a little bit, not saying like this isn't like end all be all stuff, but like hit rates with 3-point props, I don't think really matter. I mean, this is with 5 to 6 attempts. You'd like it to be like a little bit better than 12 out of 21, but
he's either going to hit 3 or 4 or 1.
Yeah, just brick. Yeah, honestly, look, Jackson Hayes unders. I seriously think Jackson Hayes, like, what did he play? 14 minutes last game, and you think you'd like need him against Houston, right? Because they're like the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Got a ton of size. I don't think they need Jackson Hayes whatsoever here. Not that I might actually end up playing an under. The line does seem pretty low at 11.5, but I mean, let me just quick check a few numbers because I think I might project him for like 16 minutes or something. You do like with Luka, LeBron, and Reeves. I mean, he's averaging 21 minutes, and 13 PRA. You can project him for 16 or something. I think you can maybe get there, but
I could see him getting played off the court, to be honest.
yeah, just like you have Rui, like Luka. It's like Luka, LeBron, and Reeves are locked into like 36 to 38 here. Then you got Rui and Finney-Smith, who are probably again in this matchup, each going to play 30 or something like that. And then Gabe Vincent, you throw him in. It's like, okay, well, we want to get Gabe 24, and then it's like then it just starts to get sticky,
Yeah, so. Vanderbilt too. They could throw in, and JJ as the coach he's just going to ride the hot hand, like whoever's playing well. He doesn't care who we started with.
Oh, for sure. JJ, he's a good coach.
Bam hit a 3 already.
Oh, let's go, dude. Oh, let's go, dude. Damn. What if it was from? I wonder if it was from Hero. If it was from Hero. Damn. Okay. That's actually a great start, dude. Let's fucking go.
Toughest leg.
Yeah. No, it is the toughest leg in my opinion. I don't know, like that dude. Bam did 2 threes was less than Kennard to hit 3. I just like Bet365 just does not really know how to
First possession, right off the jump ball.
From here. It wasn't from Hero. Okay. Who cares? Okay. Let's see. We did have Mike Conley under assist. I guess this game starts in 2 minutes. I wouldn't play it at 3.5, honestly. I mean, that's just the margin for error is not there. Okay, J-Man, you are getting a really good price, but yeah. I mean, there's 4.5 for juice. I think playing Conley's under PRA makes sense. Like I said, man, I just don't see him playing. Bam's got 9 already. Holy shit. He's cooking Jaren. I think someone asked. Didn't someone ask about Bam? I'm like, nah, dude. Like he's gonna get guarded by Jaren. Or no, it was Jaren. They asked about Jaren. Okay, good. Can say that I didn't lead people astray.
Yeah, he has the Heat's first 9.
Okay, Bubs, is there anything you want to touch on before you dip out of here?
Not really, man. I wish I can get on these streams and give you guys more of my looks. I'm actually happy because early in the morning I wouldn't even, if we had it then, I don't think I would even have anything. But definitely look forward to these. I know Sim and Flo weren't here today, but I would be down to keep doing these every week. Always appreciate you having me on, and I pretty much the Luke Kennard play that I gave out is pretty much what I've been doing like the last month or so. If you're interested in low usage role player guys, that's pretty much how I operate slate to slate. I'm kind of just rambling at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on as well. And hey, that's the way to do it, dude. What do you think the books know how to price LeBron's points better or Luke Kennard's points better? And especially like with all these all this stuff's like algorithm based, and it's like, okay, Luke Kennard, his last 5 average is this, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, dude, it's just like a simple buy low, right? Those role players are like they're the best. That's the number one thing. That's the number one advice I'd give someone who's looking to turn their results around. Is look, the books don't know how to. The books are just naturally not going to know how to list, role player compared to a star. They're just not. There's way more data, way more minute data and stuff into these stars, and that's where the money's at. Yeah,
if you're an over only, because like I can't tell you last time I played. I wish I would play unders because there's so much values in unders. Don't let me talk you out of that. But if you're like me and you only look at overs and upsides like this time of year, look at the role player guys, especially like these last couple weeks, because there's no sample size for them to price from, right? You're going to take a guy that went from playing 2 minutes a game to like 30 minutes here pretty soon. And that it literally just comes from, do you watch the games at all?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, it's like it's a computer pricing it. So it's like, I mean, if you actually watch the game and there's no sample size on it, it's like you're going to have a big edge by betting on that stuff.
It's the best time of year because once you get into playoffs, hit rates are like out the window because literally everything is scheme to scheme, game by game. Like if you don't watch the playoffs and you're betting overs and unders like that, if you don't know what someone's doing in the playoffs, what they did in the regular season is like completely irrelevant.
100%. If you see someone using season hit rates in the playoffs, just don't tell them. They're just doing it for content and for trying to go on a hot streak and start a dub club. Yeah. So, this is my number one playoff advice. Why did this team lose? And they lost because they kept on giving up spot up looks to Derek White. Well, guess what? They're probably gonna watch the film and be like, okay, how can we limit Derek White's spot up threes next time? So just like little stuff like that. Try to put yourself in the coach's head. Be like, what are we willing to live with? Who are we willing to let beat us? Okay, we let this guy beat us last time. We won the game. We're gonna let him beat him again, right? So that had time to he had a good game. His line bumped a little bit, but it actually didn't bump up enough.
It's like every year I take Aaron Gordon's threes like the first game or two because teams always leave him wide open, and his line is like half for plus money.
Oh crap! Yeah, Josh Hart too. Josh Hart also is kind of like a big game person too. So it's like, but teams will leave him wide the hell open, and he just kind of elevates his game a little bit in the postseason.
Yeah, and then once you get to like game 6s and game 7s, you just take the stars and say screw his scheme because they're going to take 25 shots regardless.
Yeah, or just like game 6, game 7. It's like I like doing niche stuff like at that point. It's like, okay, well, Anthony Edwards is going to play 44 minutes here, and he had a couple of bad rebounding games, but like his line's at 4.5. He's going to play 44 minutes. I think he's going to grab 5 rebounds most of the time.
Every like game 5, game 6, first Phoenix and Denver last year, I laddered Ant. I think he hit every time.
Mm-hmm.
He took like 25 shots. Yeah, Phoenix especially. Like that was literally so free.
Or do you want to hear another angle that I like? I actually won money, believe it or not, betting a Tristan Thompson over in the playoffs. It was the start of a new series, right? And it's like, okay, well, they're coming off like a game 7. So of course, like Tristan Thompson didn't play, but like he was playing at the start of like the series and stuff. It's like there's just like a difference between game 1 and a game 7, right? Game 7's like, okay, like we're really shortening the rotation, and then the algorithms will go off of the last game, right? And all these role players who played like 8 minutes will go back to playing 16 minutes, right? And they're priced like they're going to play 10 minutes. That's another good angle for the playoffs.
Yeah. It's especially because those role player guys, if you're not playing well, you're not going to go back in. If you are playing well, you probably have a higher ceiling because you'll get like these random games where it's like some random no name goes off, and people will be like, "Oh, we're going to take him again because he went off." And the next game, he misses his first 2 shots and plays 5 minutes, and that's completely different.
Yeah. And I think alts are more valuable in the playoffs too, especially when you know that someone's going to get left open, and it's like, okay, well, this guy's going to get left open, but if he misses his first 2 shots, he's playing, shit minutes. Yeah. But if he makes the first one, then he might hit 3 or 4 threes and play 30 minutes.
Yeah, you can risk less and potentially gain more with upside in playoffs just by betting alts. That's what I do all season regardless, but especially in playoffs.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we just gave out free fucking game, dude. If you guys listen to that, you guys should be ready to bet on the playoffs. And I'm sure if you guys tune in again, you'll hear us yap about this all playoff long. But in my opinion, I don't even mean, and I'm not even going to say it because I'll say it. In my opinion, bro, the playoffs are like, because I think the way we like to bet is like, is tactical. We don't like to, just look at hit rates and stuff. We like to actually think about how the game's going to play out. And usually when you can think about how the game's going to play out, it's actually way easier to bet like that in the postseason than because like regular season teams just try shit randomly, right? Like, oh, Boston's playing zone for a quarter for whatever reason, and now this spot up under guy just hit 4 threes. Yeah, it's like, well, that's not going to happen in the playoffs, right? Like everything is just so controlled, and if you listen to some podcasts here or there, watch the games and see what the team's trying to take away. Did it work? Did it not work? Like just little stuff like that. And playoffs are great to watch, but also great to bet on if you get you understand the game.
You can watch what you're currently betting on while knowing what you're going to take next during a playoff game.
Yeah, I always do that. I always like look at the box score too, and I'm like, well, this dude just got into foul trouble, but like he was actually eating, and he has a great matchup. And his line's gonna be low next game. Let's hit a couple ults or something, or just take his base and sprinkle on the ults. But
playoffs is the best.
It is the best. Okay, Bubs. Well, it's time for me to walk my dog.
Yeah, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Bam 2-3's cash, by the way.
Oh my goodness! What? Okay, Luke, come on, Luke, and Tyler. Tyler's got to get it going. But let's fucking go, dude. If this shit hits, man, I'm about to milk the fuck out of that ticket.
Of course, it's gonna come. It's gonna come down to mine. It's gonna come down to the one I gave out.
Yeah, well, I was completely on board with that too, though. I mean, that was Luke's due. That was like 3 for plus 450 was like a pretty egregious price.
Yeah, that's crazy. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Luke's bringing it home. Okay, Bubs. Once again, thank you for coming on. Excited to keep like doing this every once in a while. I think it's fun. Just like how you think the game, and now it makes sense. You played fucking D2, so you clearly understand. That definitely helps a lot.
This is the only sport I bet on that I can just watch stuff and not have to look at graphs and charts. Currently, we just started betting MLB. I like to bet on MLB, but I can't watch an MLB game and tell you what the hell they're doing compared to NBA. So
yeah. I actually played a year of college baseball, and I couldn't tell you what's going on either. I just played baseball for the vibes, to be honest.
Shit changes every year.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Baseball is the one sport, too. Like basketball, you shoot a perfect 3, it's going in, right? You can shit on a fucking baseball perfectly. Line out to short. Line out to left field.
Experience is incredible in that sport. It's insane. It's tilting. I don't want to get talking about it. But yeah, I appreciate you having me on. I'm definitely looking forward to the next time for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, guys. One last reminder: make sure to just drop a like, sub if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.